Good morning, this is Jim, 5714 Collector, bringing you another video. It's Thursday morning. I've got the day off from work, and I want to take some time to show some recent pickups from eBay. And also I have some Nolan Ryan covers programs over here I want to show that I do not believe I've shown on the channel before. But we'll start off with the most recent pickups that I got. My friend Russ from Collecting Nolan showed these. These are the Susan Rini, if I'm saying that correctly, postcard series. This is series number 1, card number 1. Show the back of that. There's 12 of these in this series. So, got Nolan Ryan in the Rangers uniform. I showed the other set. I think there's 4 sets of these and all that. So this is, I got 2 more to get yet. So here's card number 2. So these are pretty cool. I gotta find a place to somehow find a way to display them. But I wanted to take a couple minutes this morning and just show those. I think they're kind of cool. Nice portraits and action shots of Nolan. These are pretty awesome. And I got these off eBay, like I said, here a couple weeks ago. I haven't had a chance to really show them. I thought that would be kind of cool. And I'm working on my list, card purchasing. The Chantilly show is a week from tomorrow, on Friday the 27th, that weekend. So I'm planning on going Friday and working on a little list. Of course, the Nationals coming up in about 5.5, 6 weeks. So looking forward to that in Chicago. I'm still planning on going. Hopefully things work out. There's the back of that. So these postcards are kind of cool and relatively cheap. You know, it's like $10 or something like that. Not very expensive, but I think they're pretty awesome looking. So I'll show those this morning. I'm working on, I think it's part 18 of the 72 top set. I've got 8 cards written up. I've got 2 more to do. I'll probably do 10 at a time through the summer because it gets so busy and I have trouble doing 15 or 20 at a time. So I think I'm going to do 10 probably through September. And we'll work our way through the set. And it's so much fun doing the research. So there's Nolan. This is card number 7. So there's Nolan there. Of course, with the Rangers, here's number 8. So these are pretty cool. I love the artwork. And she's just a talented artist. So I said, I got to show those this morning. This is card number 9. Early on, of course, with the Mets. So that's pretty cool. Here's the back of that. And I picked up some cards and all that, and I got a little stack here that I'm going to show you guys. This is a cool looking one. I like that. That's pretty awesome. And I think I showed the other set of these that I had, and if I didn't, maybe I'll just go ahead and show them one day in the next couple videos and all that. So here's an early one. Reminds me of like the 67, 68 time frame. So that's pretty cool. There's the back of that. A young Nolan. And then I think this is card number 12. Yep, so this is the last one of those. They're pretty cool. Looks like that, like spring training almost is what it reminds me of because I'll show it again on the front here in a second. The fence in the background. That's what that reminds me of. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty nice. I like those. So, but yeah, I got a little list I'm working on for Chantilly. I need the 74 Kellogg's Ryan. Because I got 2 of them that are cracked. So I'll probably I don't know if I'll sell them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have no idea until I get the new one and all that. I'd love to get a graded one like an SGC 8 because it would fit up in my display case with my other Ryans. So we'll see. This is a Heirs to the Throne, Forrest Whitley on the front from Donruss. So that's kind of cool. This is from 2019 and this has got no one on the back. It's kind of interesting. No one's on the back of the card, not on the front. But since he's on it, you got to have it, right? So that's a cool looking card there. Again, the front with Forrest Whitley from 2019. Kind of cool. Then I have Topps Japan Strike Zone Heroes with Nolan. I just picked this up recently. My friends Brent Richards. And I think Russ has it also. So both of those guys have this card in their collection. And I saw it on their video, and I said, well, now I have to go out and buy one. I have to have it. So there's the back. So that's kind of cool. Put that over here. They're going to wind up in my box at some point. Here's a 2025 35th anniversary, Nolan Ryan with the Astros. I love these cards. So I'm working on getting some more of these. I got a couple saved on eBay, so I'll be buying them. Once I get them, I get a handful of cards, I'll make sure I put a video out. Here's the back, because these are just beautiful. And I don't need all the parallels. I just want one to represent the card. I don't need it out of 100. If I get it for a couple dollars and it's cheap, I'll buy it. I think that's kind of cool. And to add to my Nolan Arenado collection, I picked up the Nolan Arenado one. So, and I've got a nice little collection of Arenado cards. I'm going to wind up putting them in an album at some point. I must have 75 or 80 different Arenado cards I've got, including his rookie and all that. And I think I have his pre-rookie, which one day I'll show his cards too, but I just thought it would be kind of cool. I picked these up off eBay since I'm a fan of his. And then I picked this one up here. This is Grapefruit League, Nolan Arenado. This is kind of a cool looking card. So that's pretty awesome. I thought I'd show that this morning. Here's the back of that. So these will wind up in the box over here because I have a box with his name on it with his cards. So, and then as I'm going through my Bob Gibson run and trying to see if I can add some stuff, I got the it's the 68 ERA leaders, but it's from 1969. But Bob Beal and Bobby Bolin, and I don't think I had this. And if I do, well, no, I got two of them. And I'll probably send it out maybe for grading, because I have one of his other ones up in my display case and all that. So I'm working on my Bob Gibson run a little bit at a time. I've been looking at eBay for the 61 and 62 and 63s, and I'll work my way into the 59. But I thought it would be kind of fun this morning. I got a bunch of programs over here. I hope I have them in order. I have the Angels program from 1973. And these are stored in plastic with cardboard backing. And this has got Tom Morgan, Nolan Ryan, and Bill Singer. Of course, Singer had a 20-game season with the Angels. I don't remember if it was 72 or 73, but it was in that time frame. So there's the back, just so everybody sees it. And so it's 40 cents for the souvenir program back in that time frame. So that's kind of cool. So, and then I have one from the Astros. I think this is from 86. This has got Nolan in the 3D pose, so that's pretty cool. I bet Brent has this. So, Brent, let me know if you have this. This is kind of a cool thing. They got a little article about Nolan in it. This was $1.25. And got Mike Scott. It was like J.R. Richard. There's probably Don Wilson. It might be Larry Durker, but I don't know who the top guy is. And it's got the Marlboro ad on the back. So, there you go. You don't see that anymore, do you? So, back in 1980... Of course, Nolan signed with the Astros and all that, and they have a Inside Sports, and I think there's two covers of this, but here's the one, and there's Nolan Ryan there on the front, one of the first pictures with him in an Astros uniform, so that's kind of cool. Love the way the hat's tilting and all that. It's a good article in here about Nolan too, just so everybody, if you get a chance or like to pick this up on eBay or something like that, it's a good one to pick up. Very interesting, very good article about him. And Nolan Ryan gets the last laugh by Tony Kornheiser. So that's pretty cool. And then I have a sport. Nolan Ryan, the Astros $4 million chance. I think they did pretty good getting Nolan Ryan for $1 million a season, you know, because he had some really good years with the Astros from 1980 to 1988 and all that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And got the uniform. Love the hat. The Astros hat in those days, it's cool looking. I'm sure you can get those kind of hats from the Hall of Fame. They probably have the retro style and all that. And then I have a couple Rangers programs. I thought it would be kind of cool. This is one of the early ones from '89 that has Nolan on the front. And this is, I believe, the first program from the Rangers from '89. So I'm pretty sure that, because it does, and I'll show you. Let me open it up and I'll show you guys. It says volume 18, number 1. So you can see that right there. Hopefully everybody can see that. And they have an article about the Rangers' new look. Baseball strikeout king on page 65. So they have a nice article about Nolan. I can show you if I can find it real quick. I'm gonna hold, yeah, there it is. Baseball strikeout king comes to Arlington. So that's kind of cool. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, love that, you know. And I've had this for some time. I think I got this off eBay years ago, and I think I have two of them. Then I have the 5000K one with him, doing the cap. And this has a little bit of stuff up here, but I have 2 of these. So I got doubles. And obviously I'm keeping both. So, and again, it's just really nice, fun stuff to read back on about Nolan and all that. But anytime you get Nolan on a program, and I got 2 boxes down here full of Nolan Ryan stuff. So here's a spring training program from '91 with Nolan on the cover. I picked this up for like $2 at a card show here in Virginia it's probably been 10, 12 years, something like that, but that's kind of cool. And you don't see these that often. Now and then you'll catch them on eBay if you're lucky, so that's kind of cool. And one more spring training program. This is from '92. It's got Gonzalez, Palmer, Reamer, and Rodriguez, and Nolan in the center. So that's kind of cool. I haven't taken the time to show these, and one day I'll do a program run. Maybe I'll do like 15. I'll just get them in some kind of an order, and I'll just show them. I think that would be kind of fun. I think everybody would enjoy it. Here's a special Halo magazine, Salute to Nolan Ryan, September of '93. Probably when they retired his uniform number 30. So there's a little bit of glare, but that's pretty awesome. I love those programs and all that stuff. They're pretty cool. And 2 more things to show you. And I thought this was kind of neat. Baseball Weekly. Hopefully you guys remember that. From, let's see, July 21st to July 27th, 1999, which was right in between the time frame when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, because he went in on July 25th of '99, on that Sunday afternoon. Here's the Hall of Fame class act with Nolan on the cover. So you can see the date there. This is the full newspaper. Of course, there's an article in here. Let me see if I can find what page the article is on about. This is when David Cone pitched a perfect game. And I don't know what page it's on. I should have. Greatness has a common link. And they got a little article about Nolan in here. I'll show you. Right in the middle. Yeah, that's kind of cool. There it is right there. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Got Brett and Yount. That's pretty cool. So, and one more thing I think is kind of cool. They did 2 covers. Got one with Nolan by himself, and one with George Brett and Robin Yount in the picture of the Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, it has the same type of article in it. Yeah, article's the same, covers are different. So I have both and all that. So that's kind of cool. And so I've had these since they came out on the newsstand, and I bought probably one of these. I probably got in Cooperstown when I was up there at that time. So hope everybody enjoyed this little, past history on some covers of Nolan Ryan, some of the historical events. Of course, the one program is this 5000K one. So that's pretty awesome and all that. And I hope you enjoyed the postcards and all that. So I will wrap it up with that. And Sunday morning, look for my part 18 of the 72 Topps baseball card set. We're going to do 10 more cards. I've got to work on a couple players yet. I think it's Mickey Rivers and Cesar Tovar. And then I'll have all 10 cards written up and ready to go. So hope everybody enjoyed that this morning. Obviously, hope everybody has a great Thursday and an upcoming weekend. Please take care. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, and we'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Take care. Bye-bye.